something. You guys realize that comedy is the only thing where people applaud for you when you haven't previously accomplished anything? Like, you don't do that for other jobs. Like, you're at a Quiznos, you're just standing in line, the guy comes out, and you're like, yeah! Woo! We're about to get some sandwiches up in here! Whoa, meatball stubs! Or doctors. Nobody does that with doctors. Hi, how you doing? I'm Dr. Wilson. Woo! Dr. Wilson! You about to check my prostate? No, thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be back. I did this event my freshman year, and I did a joke about how I knew nothing about women. But I got a girlfriend now, so I'm proud to say, thank you. I appreciate it. I got a girlfriend now, so I'm proud to say, still know nothing about women. It's ridiculous. Okay, well that's not true. I have learned that the idea of time is much more broad between men and women. You know what I mean? Like, I'll try to gauge how much time I have when I go to pick her up. She says she'll be down in a second, she'll be down in about 2 minutes. Says she'll be down in 5 minutes, so about 10 minutes. If she says she'll be down into 15 minutes, I've got time to go home, take a shower, build a car, bake a pan of brownies, watch a full James Bond marathon on TNT, and still have time before she's ready. But it's good to be back. Things are changing a little bit for me. I get to do my internship this year, which is awesome. I get to do that in Manhattan. And I don't really have any family or anything up there, so I'm going to be up there by myself. But it's not going to be the first time I've been in the city by myself. I was in Chicago for a week this summer. And the day before I left, I was talking to my grandma. And she was like, now remember, don't talk to strangers. I was like, well, then who am I going to talk to? I don't know anyone in Chicago. I'm at like a 7-Eleven or something. Yeah, it'll be 9:47. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to talk to you. Yeah, I had to take a train to get up there. Every time I tell people that, everybody's like, oh my God, why? Do you enjoy terrible things? Do you love pain and suffering? Listen, it's not like I wanted to jump off a bridge or listen to a Nickelback album. It's a train. I took it because I'm a broke-ass college student. Now, let me be clear. If you're taking a train, it's not by choice. Nobody has ever chosen the 20-hour train ride versus the 4-hour plane ride. And if you guys have never been on a train before, they don't check your bags when you go on a train, which is kind of scary. But at the same time, nobody's tried to rob a train since 1889 because all the people worth robbing are on the plane. And the train ride was from Williamsburg to D.C., which was 3 hours. And then from D.C. to Chicago, which was 17 hours. Well, it was originally supposed to be 17 hours. It ended up being 20 hours because we got stuck in train traffic. No, train traffic, that exists. That's where you're sitting in the middle of the road, and then you're just sitting there waiting for cars ahead of you to clear the tracks. It's ridiculous. I was sitting there for like an hour. The guy next to me was like, yeah, we're stuck in train traffic. I was like, what? Why don't we just take the next exit and then go the back way and save some time? If you guys ride a train, they have all these like signs that says, every 3 hours a person gets hit by a train. I was like, what? Every 3 hours somebody gets hit by a train? Somebody gets hit by a train, period? Like, how slow do your reaction time have to be for you to get hit by a frickin' train? It's a 150-foot long piece of metal. How do you not see that? You just stand there like, what in the hell is this thing with blaring horns and bright lights coming straight at me? I think I'm gonna stay right here until I get a closer look. Too bad I don't know about lateral movement. If you get hit by a train from behind, then I don't feel bad for you. Because that means you let a goddamn train sneak up on you. How oblivious do you have to be to not notice that? It's not like a cheetah that can just like hide in the bushes and like jump out at you as soon as you pass by it. It's a freaking train. It can only go 2 directions. It was ridiculous. Trains get boring after like 9 hours. At a certain point, you're like, well, I guess I could walk down these cars that all look the exact same. Or I could look at this farmland we've been looking at for the last 5 hours. That'll be exciting. At like 3 a.m., when everyone's asleep and all you can see is dim farmland, you start feeling like a Civil War soldier coming back from Gettysburg. I was texting my girlfriend like, my dearest Miriam, we are returning to the home front. We fought well and bravely today, but alas, Franklin lost his head to cannon fire. I love you, and I shall see you in a fortnight. So we're finally pulling into Chicago, like 5 hours later. And we came in from South Chicago. I don't know if you guys know anything about South Chicago, but it's the reason gangster rap music exists. The guy I was sitting next to, he was from the ghetto of Miami. And I was like, Ferran, how do I know? His name was Ferran. I was like, how do I know if I'm in the wrong area of town? By far, he gave me the greatest piece of advice anybody has ever told me. He goes, if you're walking and you haven't seen a Starbucks in 10 minutes, turn around. Sound advice, ladies and gentlemen. I stayed at a youth hostel that week. And if you've never been to a youth hostel, you stay in a room, but you have 5 other roommates. It smells awful, it's really cramped, you share one bathroom, one shower, nobody ever cleans anything, and nobody ever fixes anything. So it's a lot like living in Curry. That week, I had a roommate who was this 45-year-old dude named Troy. And this is a youth hostel, so right there, that should have been a red flag. I introduced myself. I was like, hi, how you doing? I'm Austin. And he goes, hi, I'm Troy. I'm trying to forget a woman. It's really hard, especially when you don't want to forget them. I knew her for 3 months. We exchanged over 3,000 text messages. I asked her to marry me, and she turned me down. I was like, what the heck? Why are you telling me this? This is a case for Dr. Phil. You don't need to be telling some 20-year-old kid you just met. Like, man, right here. How would you feel if you and I had just met and I just started telling you all my crazy relationship problems? It would creep you out. It's as creepy as staying in a youth hostel and then some 45-year-old dude started telling you all his freaking relationship problems. It's very unsettling. Chicago's a cool place though. I saw a pimp while I was in Chicago. It was glorious. He was wearing a white hat with a feather in it, a white suit, a floor-length purple suede jacket, and he had a cane. I felt like an Amish kid who just saw a light bulb for the first time. I was like, what sorcery is this? I never thought it would be so beautiful. I don't know if it was weird that I saw a pimp, or that everybody else was just walking by like they didn't see a pimp. Like I was like, are you not seeing this? This is incredible. I did feel like I got a little bit overly suspicious of some people while I was in Chicago. I would be at like a Dunkin Donuts at like 11:30, and I would just see some guy sitting in the corner by himself, just wearing a hat and sunglasses, and I was like, what are you up to? Sitting by yourself in the corner and not getting in line. You must be planning to kill all of us. He wasn't. He was just hooking up his computer. I was at a McDonald's. The lady was like, hi, can I take your order? And I was like, why are you so happy? Nobody who works at McDonald's is as happy. You must be happy because you've devised a plot to put poison in all of our food, and you're just happy to watch the world burn. Yeah, she was just happy. She's just a happy person. I did get scared one time, though. I was walking back to the youth hostel at about 1 a.m., and there was this guy on the corner, and he looked a little sketchy, but I had to pass him for the direction that I was going in. So I started walking a little quicker. And as I passed him, he goes, hey buddy, I like them shoes. And I took off. I mean, I went Usain Bolt. I was running, and then I hear him go, hey man, you got any change? And I was scared he was going to steal my high-end Walmart brand shoes. Didn't. So it finally came time for me to go home. And I get on the train, and I'm sitting next to this guy who's an elderly gentleman. He's a very nice guy, but it was weird talking to him because he would just repeat everything that I said. You ever meet somebody like that? He was like, so, where you from? And I was like, well, I'm from Williamsburg, Virginia. And he was like, Williamsburg, Virginia, okay, all right. What are you doing in Chicago? Oh, I'm taking Second City's improv class. Second City's improv class, okay, all right. So the train ride was supposed to be 17 hours again. It ended up being 22 hours because the front two cars, the power lines caught on fire. You guys have no idea what waiting is until you have waited for 5 hours in 100-degree weather in the middle of nowhere next to Mr. Repeat because your mode of transportation is on fire. It's making me mad. I didn't even have cell phone signal. I was trying to text my girlfriend like, my dearest Miriam. It appears the Yanks have disabled our form of transportation. Colonel Sanders said we shall wait out the attack here. I love you, and I shall see you in a fortnight. Thank you guys very much. I'm Austin Madison.